And we are back live for another episode of the 10-7 show with myself, Tyra, and Goose.
Yeah.
Hey,
welcome back. Yet another Sunday here. You right?
I'm just trying to fix this microphone. Sorry, y'all.
We out here back for another episode, back for another Sunday. Hopefully one of the last cold Sundays here in the Northeast.
Yes.
Some people like the cold, but I'm not one of them. I enjoy the warm weather personally. But like I always like to say, with starting the show, I would like to ask everybody, how y'all been?
Good.
I'm good.
Really
Man,
good.
Listen, at this point, it's like autopilot.
Right?
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I can see that. How about you? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I can't complain. You know what I mean? God has really blessed us. You know what I mean? I got a job and I get to work from home.
Oh, yeah.
I'm chilling. I was like, oh, Lord, if they want me to go back into the office, they're going to have to drag me kicking and screaming.
Like, what am I going to do?
Like, I want everything else to open up. But as far as working from home, I'm cool with that.
Yes.
Cool.
Like,
Absolutely.
you can run an errand in the middle of the day. Nobody questions anything.
Right.
Yeah, right. We all going to report back to the office. Like, for what?
What? I have proven for 365 days that I can do my job to the top capabilities while working from home.
Exactly.
Yep. And or my car.
I don't have the experience of being able to run an errand in the middle of my work day.
No,
I was just thinking about it, like, damn, that'd be nice. Like,
I mean, you could. I don't know what.
Why open 24 hours?
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that. But I'm talking about, like, I don't know, going to Lowe's and grabbing something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go to Wawa during my lunch break while I'm in the building.
Lowe's open at 6 a.m.
I should have bought like private stock in Wawa as much as I was going there during my lunch breaks while I was in the building. Wawa and 7-Eleven. That was my thing. But no, I personally, I'm like, look, I don't have to go back into the building either. I'm good.
Yeah.
or not right? Get back to the office.
I think that's the thing that a lot of people are on.
Yes, like I don't need to come back. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. You know, that office mess. You know what I mean? It makes, like, even if you're having a rough day, I can handle it better when I'm at home in my space, in my environment.
Yeah.
So I love it. I don't ever want to go back to an office.
How did we get here?
I asked y'all how y'all was doing, and everybody's like, I love working from home.
Yeah. I love it. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's keep the party going.
All right, well, look, as we do every week, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and y'all know what part of the show that is. Yes, indeed, it is the Would You Rather portion of the show, brought to you by. Well, all right, and
oh, my bad.
Nobody wants to sponsor us.
It's all good. I just want everybody to know that they have an opportunity to sponsor that segment if they would like.
Yeah, but this week brought to you by Murder and Mayhem in Minutes.
Yay!
Check out Murder and Mayhem in Minutes. Getting a lot of good feedback about Murder and Mayhem in Minutes. If you're into true crime stories, that's where you want to be. All right, you definitely want to be there. We're gonna have a true crime story week here on New Twist Radio. I can talk. I feel like
so. We're gonna do like new true crime on our show too.
No, I wasn't saying that.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say like we could just showcase some true crime stories, throughout the week.
Oh, okay.
Have Murder and Mayhem in Minutes. I'm a Don King the whole thing up. Don't even worry about it right now.
I know you are.
It's
coming
in the future. We know you'll take care of it, Justin.
I'm trying. But it's time for the Would You Rather.
King.
Hey, I like it. Say it again.
I said Don King or Stephen King.
A little bit of both.
Ah.
Don King for me.
Donald Stevens.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the would you rather's because I like that part. I like trying to see how y'all like to live when it's hypothetical.
Okay.
What you got, Tara? Because Tara was on her job. Tara and Goose was on her job.
They were on it today.
Tara was like, I got 20 would you rather's. How many would you do?
Shut up, Justin.
Okay. Production. Go ahead, Tara.
But she's going to allow me to read one.
Oh, stop.
Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store? So
that's simple.
That's unloaded. That's kind of
want to say that this is life.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I always buy 10 things.
Yeah, I always buy 10 things.
Especially if I'm going to certain stores, which I won't name because they're not sponsoring us. But yeah, 10 things for sure.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's why I picked it. I was like, are you kidding me? I like in my head know what I need.
Right.
When I get to the store, I see all this other stuff. I buy all the other stuff. I get back in my car halfway home and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to get rice.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
You get in the store like pretty bird.
If Tyra sends me to the store, I'm like, I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff. I get a whole bunch of stuff I'm not supposed to get, and then I get home, and Tyra's like, "Hey, did you get the milk?" Oh, that's what I forgot.
No, but I got these soft pretzels here.
right.
I got this can of caramel chews that I know we all love.
Or they changed the packaging on something and I'm so like enamored with it. I'm like, I know we've done this for the last 30 years, but look, it's in a new package.
Right. I bought this extra special strong Windex and I wanted to try it out. Even though we got 3 bottles of Windex.
Every time. But they changed the bottle. It's not a spray bottle anymore. It's like the Misty bottle now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I like it.
I'm not what spray cleaner.
Somebody said they always do both, so it don't even matter. I definitely do both.
Every single time. Never fails.
Yep, that's just life.
Never fails.
What else you got?
Okay. Would you rather have telekinesis, and that's the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
Telepathy.
I want telekinesis.
Nah.
I'll take telepathy.
I'll take telepathy.
Together we could be
One
a
to
team.
twins.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you've been married for a long time.
Meanwhile,
my husband over here like,
I can't think what I want to do yet.
Babe, we gotta be one. We gotta be team-minded. We should have picked the opposite what I picked.
What did you pick? You picked telekinesis?
Yes.
But that would be kind of cool, though.
Telepathy.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, Cindy, you like telekinesis. What do you go?
Yeah, then I'll take telekinesis.
There you go.
So that's kind of cool. Like, you know how much messing with you I would do? But you would know I'm about to do it because you probably read my mind
Exactly.
all the time. But you know what? You know what would be messed up about that?
What?
Tyra likes to look at me and say, what you thinking about? That's going to send her on a whole roller coaster ride full of stuff that's in my head that she's going to be out of commission for like 20 minutes trying to find exactly what I'm thinking about because it went down the wormhole. You know what I mean? I'll think about, I wonder how they get those peas in the green bean thing, and then I'll just start going down the line, but like, oh yeah, bananas do that too.
Oh my God.
I wonder why monkeys like bananas so much.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder why we eat bananas the way we do, and monkeys eat them upside down. But is it really upside down because monkeys eat them? You know, and that's why I always tell her, I'm not thinking about nothing.
Yeah, because I was just going to say your thought process, like if that's how you think, like if that was one of your thoughts in the past, it's almost like you're on a bad mushroom trip.
Yeah,
I've never had mushrooms a day in my life. Not those kind of mushrooms.
Like your mind is like Wonderland.
Yeah, like you're spinning down a rabbit hole.
I will take you down one of the thought processes that I had maybe a few years ago. And I told Tyra about this one because it was funny to me once I realized I went down that, and I was driving too, so I don't even know how I did it. But I'm leaving the gym in one summer day, right? I'm like, man, Antarctica is cold. It probably feel good right now.
It's summer now.
And then I was like, is Antarctica is a continent, but is it also a country like Australia? How it's a continent and a country? Then I was like, well, if it's a country, do they have cities in Antarctica? And then, you know what I'm saying? Do they have a like, what do they have? Is there anything there in there? I went down this whole thing. Then I went and looked it up. I went and looked it up, and there are like territories, but they don't know nobody live there.
Yeah.
But it was like, I went down this whole thing.
And then where are the polar ice caps? You're like, come on.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's
I just go down the line. That's why I always tell her I ain't thinking about nothing.
Yeah, no, because
I just went down that line for 20 minutes. Now I got to explain it for 20 more.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah,
I would say
exactly.
the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you want
So,
one more?
I'll definitely take
One
another
more. One more.
Okay. Would you rather be 11 feet tall or 9 inches tall?
11 feet tall.
11
feet.
9 inches
I'm
tall.
already
The NBA
5'4".
here.
11 feet. I'm going to the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
going to make some money.
And I'm not even gonna have to run. I could just walk to the basket because ain't nobody.
No,
gonna
you might
be
have
able
to run, but
You had to run.
but yeah, you
Who gonna
probably
stop me?
coach will probably
No,
say,
no,
look,
no.
you, for these next few possessions, you stay down that end of the court, and then we go switch it up. You'll play defense for these 4 possessions. You'll play offense for the other 4. Everybody else, because you're 11 feet tall, you're taller than the basket. Nobody's gonna be able to block your shot.
I would just stand right there and tell
So
him
you're
to throw
gonna
the
reach
ball in.
down 11 feet tall.
Yeah, you literally like drop it. You be like this.
Yep.
What would be the advantages of being 9 inches tall, though?
Well, my thought was you can get in and out of places undetected, but there's also the constant threat of you being like killed because
Right. By
Did
a
you just
mouse.
watch Ant-Man or something?
all on you.
Right, you walking down the street, a hawk come scoop you up. I'm good.
Yeah.
A mouse, a cat, a raccoon, a possum. Oh no.
A snake. I'm good.
Just can't leave the house, huh?
Nah.
Nah.
Oh well,
Something-
there goes my thought about maybe I could be a 9-inch spy.
Nah.
Entire private eye.
Man, there you go. What was
That's
the
what
other-
I was thinking. Like I could walk into a bank and rob it.
Ant-Man is only that small temporarily, not permanently.
That's true.
Unless he messes up.
Oh yeah, he goes into
We're not gonna,
cosmos.
let's not, because we can go down that rabbit hole too.
Yes.
Let's not do that, because we do have a show to get to today.
Yeah.
And today's show, that was Would You Rather,
Mhm.
brought to you by Murder and Mayhem in Minutes. Make sure you check out Murder and Mayhem in Minutes on the New Twist Radio YouTube channel. 4 episodes up there right now for you to check out. One of my favorites is the America's first ever serial killer. That whole thing with that house, the whole thing with that house he had built, that was crazy. Like, y'all got to check that out. Y'all got to check that out. And that's hosted by Tara and Goose. So they have branched off from the 10-7 tree and made their own tree, Murder and Mayhem in Minutes. So definitely check that out. They're doing that thing. But right now, today we are what? We are Dear 10-7.
Yeah,
I was about to go right into this. I forgot. Dear 10-7. You got the Dear 10-7?
I have one and Tara has one.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
All right. So I will read mine. Dear 10-7, my father-in-law has been greeting me every time. Oh Lord, my phone went blank. Hold on. I gotta keep my finger on the button. Okay. My father-in-law has been greeting me every time I see him with a kiss on the mouth. Ugh. I was a bit taken back the first time this happened, but he really is a sweet man and a wonderful father-in-law and grandfather to my kids. In no way do I feel like he's trying to be inappropriate, but it does make me feel uncomfortable. Since the pandemic, I have had a good excuse to turn my head away for a kiss on the cheek or forehead, but it always feels like he tries a little too hard to land on the lips. We are all vaccinated now, and I believe he thinks it's okay to resume his lip kisses. Am I being overly sensitive?
No.
Should I just let him kiss
No.
me? Should I say
No.
something, or should I just keep turning my head?
No, you should say something.
Say
Like,
I should say
yo,
something to my husband.
be like,
Ew, you're not
why
just
you mad?
kissing me on the
Keep kissing me in my mouth, dog.
Yeah.
Right. That's nasty. I was like, hold on.
Well, I wonder if the first time it was an accident, and since
We don't
she didn't say
accident-
anything, maybe he thought, oh, that's how she kisses. Like, you know
No.
what I mean?
What?
Mm-mm. You don't
Nah.
accidentally kiss nobody on the mouth.
Nah,
You just don't do that.
Yes, you do. That can happen.
Who you accidentally kissed on the mouth?
It don't matter who. I'm just saying, but you can accidentally kiss somebody.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. You can both go in. You can both go in for the
Right.
like Put a John, you both go to turn and you both
Yep.
turn the same way and stand up
Yep.
pushing each other.
Yeah, but that don't
That
happen every
is so
time.
rare.
No, it
Oh
don't
my
happen every time, but
gosh.
we're talking about one time. If you're talking about the first time, that
No, he going
that-
for the
that can happen.
juggler. He trying to see what it's about with his daughter-in-law.
Ew.
That's all that is. He a nasty old man.
I think you should definitely say something to your husband
No,
immediately.
Well,
Like,
but how long has this been going on? Like,
well, she's married with children to the man, so
yeah, so
it's been longer than a few minutes.
It's
Yeah.
been long.
It's too long.
I just wouldn't even like. I would just say hi and like move. Like I would duck and
Like,
dodge. him.
legitimately, after the first time, you probably would have like, oh, that was weird. But the second time, you're like, sir, what's happening here?
see,
Like,
after the first
second
time,
I
you
would
be
have been
like,
like, yo, this is the second time your dad kissed me in the mouth. I'm gonna need you to address it. Like it makes me
Exactly.
I feel weird. Things are getting strange.
That's
So,
real
It
strange.
needs to be addressed almost
That's
immediately.
real
Probably
strange.
let it go this long.
Yeah, I would have said something, even if it was a mistake. I'd have been like, no, your dad, he kissed me on the lip.
Ryan said, "I've done it before, but I'm not about that life."
it's accidental.
Accidents.
Yeah, it definitely can accidentally happen, but
Ah.
it's not a consistent accident. If it consistently happens, of course, that's not an accident.
My father-in-law out there, Joe, like, come on, you got sugar.
He over here, come here, girl.
You got Reverend Leon Lonnie Love as
Right?
your father-in-law.
I
Somebody said I wouldn't kiss my own father in the mouth.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
I don't kiss my own dad in the mouth.
either.
Yeah, but say something to your husband. Like, listen, it makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Can you please
Right.
ask your father
Yeah.
to stop?
Mhm.
Right. And that's considered sexual harassment in the workplace now. If you feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
nothing doesn't even have to happen. If you feel uncomfortable, it's a problem.
Yep.
So I would definitely mention that to my husband
Yeah.
and just make it known how uncomfortable you are so that he can address it.
Yeah. All right. You ready for the next Dear 10-7?
Ready?
Okay. This one. Cool child. All right. Dear 10-7, I recently found out that my husband has been sexting his cousin.
See,
Whoa.
Wait, ho.
What?
Ho.
I can't make it up. I can't make it up. My right hand to God.
Where they from? Where they Where they out in the jungle deep somewhere?
From Appalachia. So somewhere near
We
West.
can't be talking about where people from now. Let's not do that. They writing to us. Let's
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. We
keep
don't
it
want-
confidential.
I'm sorry. That was in poor taste. My fault.
Okay.
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss! Exclamation point. Just devastated! Exclamation point. It's bad enough that he's been sexting another woman, but it is with his first cousin, and it has been going on for years.
yo,
I mean, what has she given any explanation of the sexting? Like, what is he saying?
Let me go on.
Okay.
We've been married for 20 years. We've been
Oh.
married for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Feel like if it were any other woman, I could deal with this. And my God, I wish it was someone else. I feel trapped. I feel like I can't talk to anyone about this. All I can think of is how disgusting and disappointed my children, who are young adults, and his family would be. We spend a lot of time together with his family and are very close, no pun intended. His sisters are like sisters to me. In fact, one of the sisters is best friends with this cousin. I can't think straight. Please help me help myself. They both have said it hasn't gone beyond texting, but from the messages I saw, I believe it can and has.
Oh, so he's sending private part pics.
Probably.
Oh Lord. Oh, to his cousin though? Like
yeah.
Now, I said
his
to
first
myself,
cousin. They're not even second, third, twice removed.
right. I was like, that's
First
like
cousin.
texting Erica.
That's nasty. Yeah.
That's nasty.
Trifling. Like your
So-
mother and his mother are sisters.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I think they done slept together. honestly. I think they done slept together. There's some craziness, some wild craziness going on in this family. And they need therapy. I don't even know what to say. Like,
First was decide what you want. If you can't,
Right.
you want to stay or do you want to go?
And if you
Should I
leave,
stay?
realize
Should I
it's
go
gonna
now?
come out. Like your kids are gonna know, your friends and
right.
family are gonna know.
Well, shit ain't no don't have to come out.
No, that sister already know. His sister already know what's going on because
I think so too.
sister best friends with the cousin. I wouldn't be surprised if they was all in on it. It's some old freaky deaky nasty stuff going on in this family. And I'm over it.
Well, you have now bred with this man, so watch your children.
So Arda said, he said, "Oh, that's a little different. His first cousin, I want to know if he's ever acted on anything past sexting, possibly like abuse somewhere down the line."
Yeah, like
maybe
I was at the grandparents' house or some foolishness. I don't know. I don't know if I can stay.
Maybe it's an artifice.
20 years.
And how long have you known about this?
Yeah,
Time to just be like, all right, well, I'm out.
That's just the whole cousin thing just makes it weird.
It just makes it
makes it weird.
Things got strange real quick.
Why can't it be like
if it wasn't a cousin, I could be like, I could probably give some type of advice, but it's a cousin,
right? But so it's a cousin. Like,
not only is it should it not be happening, but it also shouldn't be happening. Like in two different ways. Like it shouldn't be happening.
Not with your cousin. Your cousin. Sir.
So if you cross that line, where does your boundaries
stop? Exactly.
What you texting to your sister?
Oh my.
Think about it. I'm just saying, like what you but it kind of reminds me of the story that we had.
Depending on how you grew up.
It reminds me of the story we had a few weeks back where the mother and the sister was sleeping with the guy.
Oh, the guy was sleeping with his mom and his
Right. That was another
somebody else. He was sleeping with his mom.
Oh no, they all
like. I mean, you just don't do that. I mean, you don't sleep with your family members. Like, you're gonna have. That's just you just don't do that. I mean, it depends on what you're willing to deal with. I mean, is he willing to stop that? Do y'all need to go to counseling?
And how can you really stop it? Because she said the family is close. So
what? How do you stop what? The sexting?
Yeah,
stop.
How do you stop whatever feelings that they've?
Listen, you ain't gotta stop the feelings. You just gotta stop the action.
It would be so weird, like at the July 4th barbecue. I just think that's weird. Like I wouldn't want to be.
Right. Don't you make no play for your cousin Tammy.
I'm piecing out.
You know what I mean? Come on. And that I would be so uncomfortable, like forever.
Yeah.
Like even if they stopped, you know what I mean? Like
even if they stop, like if you go to family functions and you go in the house and they still outside together, or he goes in the house and then she goes in the house, then your mind is like, what are they doing? Why are they both out of eyesight?
Exactly. Like so that's a sticky situation to live with forever.
I'm not hanging around for that.
It's a lot. That's a lot to take on. That's a lot to take on.
Yeah. So.
Like, dude, you're in love with your cousin. Like,
well, no, don't say that.
Well,
that's true.
Don't say that.
They sexting.
You're sexting. Your cousin, not your play cousin. Your cousin.
Like I'm about to say, like, is he adopted? Like, I hope he's adopted.
Like, you be looking at your cousin's behind.
Right.
He said you look at your cousin's
behind. We gotta move on. We're spending too much time.
Let's move on. Let's get into it.
Why are you looking at your cousin's behind, dog?
That's nasty. But some people nasty like that.
I mean, look, if you sexting, you done looked at somebody behind before.
Right. Your mind don't went all the way left.
You ain't sexting the flat booty.
Oh Lord.
What? Soft underbelly.
That's
what the
an
hell is
episode
that?
of Soft White. What is that?
Okay, so I gotta Google it. What's soft white? On the next episode of 10 seconds, we are going to find out what is soft white underbelly and discuss it.
Tanya thinks it's a ruse.
Well, I don't know.
Could be, but they wrote to us, so you write it, we read it. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It make good conversation.
It sure does.
So we got another one.
No, we don't.
No.
Oh, that's right. We had all the would you rather's. Okay, so now is it time to go on to our regularly scheduled topic. So this week we're going to talk about what makes her wifey. Is that the term that we're going with?
What makes her wife material?
What makes her wife material?
Yeah.
Which in turn would be wifey. But a lot of people don't like that term.
Well, why don't people like the term wifey? Like,
because it's overused and it's used for a lot of times people that are not married. And
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's why a lot of people don't. I mean, I'm sure there's other reasons, but I think a lot of people have a problem with that being used when you're not even married to the person.
That's true.
Interesting. Okay. Makes
That's
sense.
Mhm.
Whatever. So I would like to pose a question to Justin and Goose. What makes good wife material to you? Like, how did you know what you wanted?
He probably married me. Was like, I changed my mind.
Last week was a big test in our marriage.
Oh gosh, don't start.
I hope that's on the blooper reel.
Goose, do you want to go first?
I can
You've been married the longest.
Because you've been married long. It'll allow me to think of something.
Oh
Would you like to see any of my notes, dear?
No, I don't
okay.
notes. Like I think I said it before on one of the other shows. Like I didn't. It just hit me one morning. Like, yo, I'm gonna marry her.
But not like me as an individual.
You just mean
like
but
when you thought about your life, your future with whatever spouse. What qualities were you looking for in that person?
Really just somebody I can get along with, somebody that's funny, somebody that's all the honest, truthful, all the ones that they say, but I think one thing that I found that I didn't know I was looking for, somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. You dig what I'm saying? And check you on your stuff when you need to be checked on.
Mm-hmm. Can I do that? I do it well.
Yeah. I hear it, but a lot of times I act like I don't listen.
A lot of times, most of them.
We had a whole show on that last week too.
Oh
Lord. What makes? See, that's a tough question because of course you ask 100 men, you're gonna get 100 different answers, right?
Exactly.
And I was thinking about it.
I
was thinking about it before the show, and a lot of people will be like, a lot of people think that they'll go to the thought process of cook, clean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The things that are considered stereotypically the gender role of the relationship.
Right.
Okay, I guess if that's the way to put it. But for me, like it had nothing to do with that. Like I didn't even like it, if she couldn't cook, it would that wouldn't bother me. If she was dirty, it would bother me. But if she couldn't cook, it wouldn't bother me.
If she was dirty, you probably wouldn't be thinking about marrying her.
Exactly. So the way you keep yourself adds to that whole wifey material thing. The way you carry yourself outside of being within the walls of your relationship has a huge factor in it. You don't want somebody that you don't feel like you can trust when you can't see them. Right, that's a huge factor in it. Somebody who is
represent each other when you go out.
Exactly.
You don't want. Oh, look at Jay Chris' wife over there doing. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then somebody coming back to me, let me tell you what I saw your wife doing. You know what I'm saying? Or let me tell you what I saw your girl doing. One of I say it almost every time we bring up this type of conversation. Me personally, it was when she listened to what I suggested. Like that was so big for me. Then that's when I started actually thinking about, or maybe this can, be something. But it's more so really about how she carries herself, not only when she's around me, but when she's not around me. I feel completely at ease when she's anywhere in the world. As far as her carrying herself, how she carries herself. And seeing that prior to being married was a huge thing. So I feel like some guys have a issue with seeing a woman as wifey material. That, and I'm gonna make some people mad, but that don't bother me. If they seeing you in the club every weekend on social media, you in the club you partying every weekend. Like you got to be in the club. I think some guys are slightly turned off on that as far as the wifey conversation is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that might bring off other thoughts, which you would have to now get to know this person to know if they're wifey material.
Right.
But there's a lot of things that can turn a woman away from looking like wifey material to a man. And so I think one of the biggest things, and I'll say it again, is how you carry yourself, how she carries herself outside when you're not around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was a long answer for a short.
That was fine. I asked the question.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
So of course I have notes. But I'm kind of gonna start off in the middle. So this article says that it seems, especially in today's world, like we know single people that have a hard time finding a good man or a woman, but it says that it seems more and more difficult to find a woman that hits all the points on your list. The truth is, you're not looking hard enough. After all, most good women, it's true. Most good women don't usually hang out at a bar every night, like Justin said.
Yeah.
And they don't get noticed easily, like, flashy kind of women that you think of, right? So looking into qualities, right? Like I said, I found this article. I pulled out like 9 that seem to be important across the board. There was like 127 men that were interviewed in this article. So let's start with number 1. She knows how to handle life. And that's kind of what Justin just said. When you're dating and having fun, you may appreciate a damsel in distress who needs you to rescue her. Still, this feature is not something you should look for in a wife. When you're looking to start a family with someone, you don't want to be the one who has to bear all the responsibility. After all, marriage is a partnership. It requires 2 people, and it makes work through thick and thin, right? So you want to look for a woman who can handle bad news and disappointment, because there's plenty of this in life. If she doesn't know what she wants and she's pouting when things don't go her way, she's not wifey material yet. I'm sorry, I do that. Finances are a good indicator of a woman's maturity level, but we'll talk about that later on.
I must say, I think that could go both ways.
Right. So basically, number 1,
how you handle your finances.
Most of these men seem to think is the number 1 good quality is she knows how to handle life. Like if you're not around or something happens to you, she can carry on and not be a complete blob on the floor.
Right. I can feed me. Can you feed yourself?
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? Let me put this in there. Make some more people mad.
Oh gosh.
Fellas, if she asks you for $40, she may not be wifey material.
I'm gonna go ahead and say she's probably not.
She's probably not.
And and the fellas probably already know that. Just saying.
But isn't that like a thing, that $40? That's like
that's a thing.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
But everybody that gets $40 is not that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
thank you for clearing that up, because
yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, she might just really need the $40. You just don't know.
Well, ask for 60.
Ask for
35.
I'm about to say ask for 100.
Ask for 100.
No, you ain't getting you know what that sound like? You ain't getting 100 from me.
What does it sound like?
You sound like 100. Like, you ain't getting.
You wouldn't give me $100?
Yes, he would.
I'm married to you, so I ain't got no choice.
Can I have 100? He'd be like, well, I could go 150 just in case.
Exactly.
That's the material.
Right. Well, like this morning, I went to the grocery store. I said, babe, what's my limit? Oh, just get whatever we need. Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she came back with 10 things we ain't need.
I did not.
I forgot one of the most important things.
I did not. I got everything.
What did you forget? I forgot stuff. I totally forgot stuff.
I came back with extra, but I didn't forget nothing.
You ready?
I got the chocolate syrup for Christian.
She didn't ask for that.
Y'all ready for number 2?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry.
Physical aspect does matter.
Okay.
In the first stage of the relationship, physical beauty is the main element of attraction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
However, you must make sure not to fixate on that, guys, because she's going to get old and fat and some hairs are going to grow out of her chin.
So are we.
For real?
So physical beauty.
I already got a few hairs.
Oh, no.
Oh, totally. Goose plucks my chin hairs all the time. That's how I know he loves me.
Look, I'm like, babe, I got something going right under the neck right here.
I thought it was
it's doing tough. Can you pull
it was
that?
an anomaly.
Yep.
No.
Physical beauty means good hygiene.
Yes, ladies.
And an inclination towards looking the best that she can. This actually sounds like it's out of a 1950s Good Housekeeping article. It does not mean looking like a supermodel.
Right.
The secret is to look for those features that make her attractive to you, right? In fact, most people say beauty is the door to the personality. You never get to see a woman's true personality until after you've made the approach to meet her, which is usually a door locked by beauty. Okay, most men don't approach women they don't find attractive.
That's true.
You doesn't know that.
Right.
Unless
he's a predator. And he's looking for somebody with low self-esteem.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Why he gotta be a predator to approach her?
I'm not talking about like a predator, like a predator, like murderer type predator, but unless he preys on women who have low self-esteem. It's like, you know what I mean? And so he knows that he can use her and manipulate the fact that she's not confident in herself.
But I wonder if this changes for people who like you're attracted to a certain type and you keep going after that certain type, but they either shoot you down or it never works out with that certain type. Do you then say, well, maybe I should change up what I like?
Absolutely. I think when we younger,
I mean, because if you like what you like.
No, but that necessarily, like, I used to have a preference. And it wasn't that. Wasn't it. No, he was not it.
At all. I didn't check any of the boxes.
No. But as I went through things in life and I grew older, my preference changed. And I had told one of my cousins this. She was like, I can't really tell you, you all the guys you date look a little different. I was like, that's because my type is treat me right.
Amen.
Okay? Amen. That's what my type is. I had to get out of that. You know what I mean? Oh, he got to look like this, be like this, do like that.
I think a lot of women get trapped in that and then they find themselves alone.
Yep.
Most of the time.
Or, being abused.
Right. So, all right. So then what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
The next trait that men seem to look for is inner beauty or personality. Oh, you got to have personality. All human beings have two types of beauty, that of the body and that of the soul, also known as inner beauty. One of the must-have qualities that make her wifey material is represented by inner beauty. Mm-hmm. Look for a woman who listens when you speak, doesn't just nod while thinking of the latest trends of fashion, blah, 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 and is understanding. Time and time again, personality research shows it is important to match similar traits and interests, especially if it's going to be a long-term relationship, which you don't know to begin with.
Right.
I know poor inner beauty or lack thereof can have a devastating effect on outer beauty.
Absolutely. If you're a nasty person, you could be had the most beautiful face, but you're ugly.
Yeah, exactly. You like it's crazy how that happens. You like,
and it's funny how some guys will not end the relationship with a person with an ugly personality because of the outer beauty. Yeah. And they'll just deal with it and say she's crazy. She's this, she's that. She's
getting treated like trash.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But look at it up.
Yeah, look at how
she picked them. She picked them.
Trophy.
Yeah, so this is saying that guys want a woman who's kind, decent, and generally has a good personality. Even if you haven't known her that long. If you pay attention to the way that she treats other people, you will know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's true.
It says a good way to find someone's true personality is to do something physically intensive in the morning.
Oh, well, then my personality be all wrong because I'm not no morning person. And
so
there goes my plan.
This is
really?
What?
He says, take your girlfriend for an early morning bike ride. Don't ever do that. Before the sun.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Murder.
I don't even want to go for an early morning bike ride.
No, who would want to do that?
I do it.
Oh,
not me.
Well, that's because Goose, you be up at the butt crack of dawn.
He definitely does. Like, I'll wake up naturally and he's like up watching the news on his phone. He done made coffee. I'm like, You just up. Mine was all the way awake. You like, oh yeah, I've been up 4 hours. I'm waiting for you to wake up.
Oh Lord. Meanwhile, I'm in the bed.
The only time I like going out early in the morning is in the spring.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah. And like when we on vacation, I'll get up in the morning, I'll go have coffee, I'll go walk the beach or the boardwalk, come back, and she's just like, oh, where'd you go?
Sleep is important. Recharges your batteries.
Out.
Yes.
The next one is she makes you a better man. Do I make you a better man?
Yep.
Do I make you a better man?
I don't have to.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like you're just saying that.
I know. They like robots.
The perfect relationship is when both partners have room to grow and develop their dreams. Just like the last trait, she shouldn't try to change you, but she should change with you. People always grow, but it's a matter of growing together or growing apart. Just because you got married, it doesn't mean your social or professional lives should end.
Mm-hmm.
A good woman should support your goals and work with you to achieve them. Of course, you will have to return the favor, but it shouldn't be that hard when she's happy to support you. Right?
Yep.
That's right.
Right,
What do you
Gabe?
think of that, Justin?
Right.
Get your husband.
What was my response not correct?
No,
Same answer I had, so it was right.
definitely.
Right. Oh
I
Lord.
don't put any thought into that at all.
What?
No. Listen. He was like, oh, you go ahead. I'm gonna have to think about answers for this show.
And you know what? Here's a good one that I think applies to me in particular, and you too, Justin, because we're the outsiders here. She gets along with the ones you love.
Oh, that's extremely important. to me.
Right? Huge.
Like, for instance, like Goose, like if my boyfriend and Goose couldn't get along, it's just we might as well end it because
Yeah, because he can't get along with me. It's a problem.
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And we've been there.
I get along with everybody that gets along with me.
Yes, you do. That's how that works.
Listen, it's two people in our family. I'm like, listen, if they don't like you, these two people, something is wrong with you.
Right.
Like a return to sender.
So I don't know if that was even a quality that you thought of because we were so young when we
I didn't even think about it.
got serious. But like when I came around, like I remember before I met the family, Shannon was like, I'm gonna warn you, Bert is probably gonna give you a hard time. And I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like I was so nervous to go around y'all's family the first time because I knew it was a lot of y'all, right?
Yeah.
And then like we went to Grant's house on like a random Saturday and everybody was there. I'm sure you were there too, Tyra. Like, everybody was there. It was folks in the living room and dining room and the kitchen, on the steps, going upstairs, just chilling in the living room. And I walk in and Goose is like, saying hi to everybody. And I'm like, just kind of standing there like a weirdo.
You know what? I think I remember that.
And I remember thinking to myself, this is not normal. Like, why are all these people here? So then when we left, I was like, is it somebody's birthday or something? He was like, oh, Saturday. I was like, everybody go to their house on Saturday. Are you kidding me? There were 200 people.
Yes.
Saturday in July. I was like, what the hell is happening here? It was way too. I think we were married like 15 years before I before new faces stopped popping in. And no, that's a lie. Even now, like a new and it was like that's cousin so. I'm like, been around 23 years, like 24 years. I ain't never seen this one. Like, yeah. So I don't even think about it when we got together.
I didn't, because I don't think about that.
Because I don't know.
I said if he could survive Christmas, I think we're gonna make it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I sat in one chair on Christmas and stayed my ass right there until it was time to leave.
You kind of have to, Justin, because if you swallowed up and then you can't find your way back, you gotta leave a trail of bread.
I said, look, if somebody takes my seat, I'm not gonna know where to sit.
Because at Christmas is 500 of us.
Right.
And I don't know anybody. So
but he did really well. He did really well. By the end of the night, he was talking to people. It was good.
Get a couple drinks in you good.
Exactly.
I still ain't moved though. I ain't moved till the next year.
Common values. Opposites attract, but do they stick together for long? I've often thought that. You know how you've heard like forever opposites attract.
Right.
But eventually it's like, well, I want to do this, but you don't like to do this. So
right. I like how opposite like do you have to be? Like
right.
Some things you could just be way too opposite on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But see, this is the thing. So like some things, like you said, you could be way too opposite on. But other things you could compromise on.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? So that way, and that's how you learn and grow as a couple. Because I have an interest. It wasn't an interest of yours, but now because we're dealing with each other, you're at least learning about it.
Right.
And maybe I can get you to try it. You dig what I'm saying?
Hence why I'm on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hence why I'm on this show.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to think of something that I came with that was an interest of mine that I got you into, or vice versa. I don't know. I can't think of it. I feel like we've been together for so long. It was just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Like we discovered stuff together.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We've been together since before the internet was popular.
So real quick, somewhat off topic. How old were you guys when you got married?
27.
27. Okay. Both of you 27.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just wondering. I never knew that. I never knew how old you guys were when you got married.
Yeah, but we met. He was 23. I was 22.
Okay.
And we had, we started dating kind of like.
So y'all spent y'all early 20s basically with each other.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like in the early 20s, that's a big time for change. 20s into the 30s is a big time for change and finding out who you are, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point, you kind of hopefully figure out who you are and are working towards it. But I feel like 20s are like, I think that for like married couples is like a real crucial, critical time.
Oh, totally.
Because both of you are changing so much at that time, and being together, like trying to change and stay the same and mesh all that together can be detrimental, but can also be rewarding if you can weather that storm, because that can be a storm sometimes. I was just wondering, a rabbit hole. So
because in your 20s, especially if you're a couple, not only are you making decisions as a couple that's going to affect the couple, that hopefully over the long term, but also personal decisions.
Right.
And you have to try and sometimes weave those personal decisions in with the couple related decisions. That way you kind of two birds, one stone type of thing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, all right. The next one that's really important is the financial situation. And it says this is a touchy subject, but it's very important when you're thinking about sharing your life with a woman or with anyone. Most great romance stories have women believe that when the right man comes along, all their financial troubles will be over. Fairy tale. Total fairy tale.
Big fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
We hear lots of stories where a knight in shining armor is rich and handsome and falls in love with the maid or the poor girl who has a $1 million smile. But this doesn't usually fly in the real world. We all know that. One of the qualities that make her wifey material is a stable financial situation and a career that's going somewhere, or at least a dream that's she's trying to get to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right. When kids come along and you want to buy a house, the financial burden shouldn't fall just on your shoulders. Not to mention that a woman with a good career has dreams and goals of her own. So she knows how important yours are too. If she's bad with money and financial responsibility, ask her, would she be okay with you handling most of it? I'm not okay with that. That's very 1950s advice. On the other hand, I don't recommend seeking a serious relationship if your own finances are a wreck. If she has staggering financial debt, which a lot of men I think don't find out until after they're married.
Really?
Yeah. That's not, I've heard stories. That's not backed up by a serious reason. You may be choosing a person who likes to spend more than they make. And this is a huge red flag of immaturity. So be extremely careful about this.
Yeah.
That's true on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, that's on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say also, like if y'all been together for a long time too, and pay attention to how that person's parents manage money. Because a lot of times those type of things trickle down. And I mean, I'm just saying that from experience.
Right.
You really want to look at how their parents manage money. And if you see that, then they probably more than likely will manage money the same way. And if it's frivolous, run for the hills.
Run for the hills, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, because once you combine the two, it's like, now I gotta drown with this fool. So yeah.
Exactly. Now we drowning in debt, and I don't like you like that.
Right. So all right. She calls you. Yes, isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Married life is not just milk and honey, and you must make sure the person standing next to you is strong enough to call you on your bullshit when it matters.
Hey. Watch your mouth now.
What?
Oh, you cursed.
She didn't even know it.
I said,
She ran right past it.
Goose said I said bullshit. Sorry, guys. Almost stop bullshitting around now. She should be able to point out when you're making a life-altering mistake, and you should be able to trust her advice. Trust my advice.
Trust my advice.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
here we go.
I knew there was a but.
Everything life-altering for y'all isn't life-altering for us.
No. You're right. It's not. But I just if you could just sometimes get on the crazy train with me for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
I can't. I can't. I don't. The crazy train doesn't exist for me.
Crazy train stops at my station at least 5 times a week. So I don't know.
It's, yeah.
How do you feel about that, sir?
How do I feel about what?
Oh my gosh.
About her calling you on your BS
And making mountains out of molehills.
Nobody said anything.
I don't make mountains out of molehills.
How do I feel about? I mean, I don't care. Do it. I don't care. Nothing bothers me, right?
Clearly.
Nothing bothers.
No, that's not true.
All right, here's the last one, and this is the one that I love the best. She's fun and funny to be with, right, hon?
Yep, definitely.
Goose thinks I'm hilarious. I'm the funniest person he knows.
You are hilarious.
No, I think a lot of times he's laughing at me, though. Seriously.
No.
Okay, so it says we go through enough gloomy moments in life without making some for ourselves. So the last item on our list of qualities that make her wifey material is a fun disposition. Yes. You should be able to go to social events, enjoy evenings with your friends, and generally have a great time together. But it's not just about when you are going out. You should feel great in each other's company, and she should inspire good feelings in you. And I think that goes both ways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all gotta, at the end of the day, y'all gotta be able to just crack up together, laugh together, do some crazy stuff together. You should build I be running around here dancing, acting silly.
Especially when outlets are still kind of limited. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so we're still kind of working through climbing out of the COVID hole.
Mm-hmm.
I have no silliness in me.
He lying.
Alive to hell.
Yes.
You do, but you don't show it. You camouflage it well.
Yeah, Justin, you are like
hilarious.
I just even care.
I swear, if I was a comedian, I'd be like, yo, I bombed. He ain't laughing at one time.
But mind you, that's funny you say that because I will watch a comedy special and not laugh one time, turn it off and go, that joke was hilarious.
Are you serious? You're weirdo. You're such a weirdo.
Yeah, I'm very strange like that. Like I can find something funny and not laugh at it on the outside. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm just like, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
How many times have you done something and I just look at you, and you be like, yeah, that wasn't funny. I'm like, yeah, that was funny.
Cause you're a weirdo.
Like I'm waiting for your reaction. That's usually like,
he's a weirdo.
So let me tell you because I know my parents watch this show, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna let them in on something and let y'all in on something at the same time. Okay. I learned at an early age how to suppress a lot of emotions. Because when I used to get like grounded or something, right? Which, sometimes because of marking periods and progress reports would happen.
And that mouth.
Consecutively. No, my mouth never really got me in trouble that I can remember. Wow. It could happen consecutively. I got to the point where I didn't want my parents to feel like the punishment was really affecting me. Right? I don't know why. In my head, it was just like something that maybe if they don't think it affects me, they'll stop doing it. Like that was my thought process back then.
Oh
So
my
they would,
gosh.
say something, and I was just be like, they're like, yeah, no TV, no phone, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
But inside, I'm like, damn, man, I can't
Your
work.
emotion.
I'm gonna call my girl if I can't get on the phone. You know what I'm saying? But on the outside, I'm just like, okay.
But on the inside, are you dying?
Was I dying on the inside? I was, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So to my parents who I know are watching, y'all won.
Oh,
That's the only loss I'll admit I took. Y'all won.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
That like molded your personality.
It did.
Yes.
Yeah. I brought home some funky grades quite a few times between 7th and 10th grade. So
7th and 10th.
I mean, I didn't.
Good Lord.
I graduated on time.
Well, there you go. That's what's important. So there you go.
The punishments were.
And you went on to higher education.
I'm sure they're very proud.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Parenting right there.
So yeah, when people tell me something and I don't have an emotional reaction on the outside, don't take it at face value.
Okay.
I think also too is the poker player in him.
That's I do. Yeah.
Oh,
He plays poker and all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
so I can play it in VR.
I'll teach you how to play.
yeah. He's very good with his poker face. But you know what? The longer we're together, I'm able to see past his poker face.
As you should be.
Some of them.
What? Whatever.
You gotta have a few.
As you should be.
There's a lot of times you're at the poker table with the same people that have seen you over and over again. Anyway, we're not even gonna get it.
Whatever.
You gotta be able to change it
That's
up.
all I had, guys. That was the end of my
I had a few. I think we had a different article, but I had a few. But it was kind of like the same stuff. It was like a woman who can admit when she's wrong. I noticed that wasn't on our list. A woman who doesn't take things so seriously. Okay, this article was a little different. No psychos, no cheaters, no picky eaters.
Oh,
no picky eaters.
I'm out because I'm a picky eater. I'm out.
Wait, Tara,
I'm not a
were you
picky eater. I'll eat
Tara,
it.
were you just on fire, Tara? What the
Yes, I was because I'm smoking hot.
It was a vape. Yeah, we know somebody. Somebody who dated a girl who wouldn't eat anything she can't see through.
That's right.
Wait, hold on. Wait, that just totally messed up my whole intellect. She wouldn't eat nothing she couldn't see through. So what was she just drinking water?
She wouldn't eat ketchup.
Yeah.
She wouldn't eat
so
pasta
like she
sauce.
so I'll put it this way: she would eat food, but she wouldn't eat any like condiments. She would just be real plain stuff.
Yeah, she wouldn't
just
eat
putting like lemon juice on stuff.
Yeah, like if she couldn't see through it, she would not eat it.
Like she would eat a hamburger, just a hamburger.
She was traumatized. Something happened to her and traumatized her.
No,
it's possible she got like food poisoning for something.
Yeah, something happened to her.
Well, maybe, but I mean, I refuse to eat Jell-O with fruit in it.
I don't like Jell-O. I don't like things with things in it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a traumatic experience except for the first time I had it. I didn't like it, but
I like when Rita's first came out. They used to have chunks of fruit in their water ice. No,
yeah, good.
I don't like candy with the juice in the middle. I don't like that, and I just recently found out my daughter doesn't like that either.
Well, good. You don't have to worry about stuff popping in her mouth.
Praise the Lord. All right, so let me go on. So it was a few that weren't on your list. A woman who genuinely loves me for who I am. I think that's very, very important on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
A woman who values my opinion. You guys kind of talked about that. A woman who makes me laugh. A woman who, the woman I can trust absolutely and completely. A woman who's understanding, clean, sober, smart, and kind. A woman without a history of cheating. Like this article mentioned a lot of like no cheating, huh?
Wait,
Goose is like
sober.
Oh,
no women inebriated.
well, that's your list gonna be a little different. And a woman who is patient and low drama. A woman who's honest and respectful.
We stop right there, Tyra, because Goose's face.
No, because it's just funny. Like it's like Unicorn they describing like
Exactly. And then this is the last one. A woman who genuinely wants to be with me for me. Oh no.
That's all I need.
And no, the last one is a woman with high self-esteem. So I noticed that when we were kind of researching this topic, self-esteem was a big thing. And I agree, like even coming from a female, like you don't want to have to push somebody along all the time. Like you pretty. That gets annoying.
Yes, it does.
That gets annoying. I mean, you do that stuff to kids, but not grown women.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why they always say how I look in this dress. I don't understand that.
Goose is more concerned with how you look after the dress.
Okay, exactly.
I'm like, did you try it on before you bought it? Yeah, but you still bought it. Okay, well, wear it.
Well,
Very simple for him. So,
open close.
That's it.
All right, y'all. We 1 hour in.
Yep. Let's hit our brick wall, Justin.
Boom.
It's time for that brick wall ending.
Yep.
Here's how you know it's a brick wall ending. Watch this. Boom. That's it. When that's going, it's a brick wall ending. I just made that up.
Oh my God.
Well, look, y'all, it's time for us to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all checking us out for this episode of the 10-7 show with Tara, Goose, and myself. Of course, you can check out this and every episode of 10-7 on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. Also, make sure you join our text community by texting, 215-486-0335. And of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at New Twist Radio. So definitely make sure you do that. You want to be a part of that as well. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And of course, you can share our videos too. Share them with your friends. And, maybe they can use some advice too. All right. But with all that being said, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all. And I think we're going to talk to y'all next week. We're going to talk to them next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to y'all next week. We'll talk to you. Yeah, that's it.
Send us your dear 10-7 letters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Send us your letters. All right.
Letters.
Peace, y'all.